Well, Pennsylvania was one of the key states the president flipped to win in 2016. Current polling shows Joe Biden leading there now, but with both candidates fighting hard for the state, every vote really matters. And today, Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner is not mincing words, accusing the president of trying to, quote, throw gasoline on a long-burning fire in his city in order to provoke further unrest and violence ahead of an election he is terrified to lose. Krasner writing in part, and I'm quoting here, he says, "Keep your Proud Boys, goon squads, and uncertified poll watchers out of our city. Mr. President, break the law here and I've got something for you." Well, President Trump has been encouraging his supporters to be what he calls poll watchers in places like Philadelphia.
They don't want to have poll watchers in Philadelphia. So why don't they want to have poll watchers? What's wrong with people watching the votes? They don't want to have poll watchers. In Philadelphia, which is notorious for what goes on, we want to have poll watchers. They won't let us have poll watchers. So we're in court over poll watchers. Why won't they let you have a poll watcher? What's wrong?
Well, we should note that Trump's campaign has already come under fire for videotaping voters dropping off ballots in Philadelphia. Joining me now, Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner. Thank you, Mr. Krasner. I appreciate you joining us, okay? So
Thank you, Don.
You're
Please
using,
call me Larry.
Okay, well, thank you, Larry. You're using very pointed words in this statement. Proud Boys, goon squads. What's your concern about what could happen there in Philadelphia?
Well, Philadelphia is a battlefield, and it is the biggest battlefield in what is possibly the most important battleground state. We are aware of that. And what we are seeing in Philly, which is a very diverse town, is a tremendous turnout. This is a city that's about 7 out of 8 people are Democrats. So it is true that some bad things may happen, but they are bad political things for Donald Trump. They are not bad in any other sense. And there's no doubt in my mind that Donald Trump, who is well aware that he is losing the entire election, who has everything to fear from being out of office, including criminal prosecution and the loss of his supposed wealth, there's no doubt in my mind that he is willing to do anything. The Proud Boys have already gathered around Mike Pence. They are trying their best to get close to a certain police union that we have in Philadelphia. And there's been a steady drumbeat coming from this president about how Philadelphia is a terrible town, just like he constantly does about other large, diverse cities. We're not having it. We are not having it. This is the cradle of democracy, and I do, in fact, have something for the president if he wants to send people here to break the law. I have a cell, I have criminal laws, and I have a jury, a very diverse jury, that is going to want to hear why these people came to steal our votes.
Wow. So listen, Larry, Pennsylvania is such a key state this year. You said it was a battleground, right, for democracy. What is your city doing to protect voters from the pandemic and possible intimidation?
So, every year, not every year, but every election, the DAO, the District Attorney's Office, has an election task force. This year, it's bigger than ever, and we are closely coordinating with our criminal justice partners, especially the Philadelphia Police, but also certain federal entities like the FBI that have shown some credibility in the last couple of months. And I will not give away the entire playbook, but we are very confident that should anything happen, that we will be ready. Now, the good news is we've had early voting going on now for several weeks. We don't have any serious problems yet. And we also know that when you're talking about white supremacists and fringe groups, they tend to be big talkers. They're not always big doers. So I do not want to discourage anyone at all from voting. I voted a while ago. It was seamless. I was in a row of 300 people. It only took me 20 minutes to get from the back to the front. So I don't want to exaggerate the danger, but I do want people to know that we are being vigilant. We are ready. We're tired of the rhetoric, and we're ready for the results in this election.
All right. Mr. District Attorney, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, Don.